Got choked on, say I made her when I shot out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blood out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings with Kirk Cousins leading the way. Cousins surprisingly efficient in his first season as a member of the Vikings. He hit on better than 70% of his passes, second only to Drew Brees, and was actually just the sixth ever NFL quarterback to finish a season above that 70% mark. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test
playing the fucking computer, getting after
team's
it.
tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather have the 36
just like they do
or
it in
the
practice.
44.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
About to make Cousins look like he knows what he's doing.
Running the jet sweep, this is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there. I don't even know what's a good play against computer
defense anyway.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time.
Look at them running all these fancy plays on you.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Man.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Run stretch all game long.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man, I made Cousins throw the ball away.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
Held him to 3. That's
kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
You're talking about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them.
You see Josh Allen get killed in real life today?
The season's starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he gets 3 yards.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon.
Royce Freeman get 5 yards like 4 that.
Yards
about time he did
first
something.
Down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built, get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. That's caught by Howard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Bug Howard.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Down into it 2 years.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Now on second and 16, Jackson. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. Now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case.
Okay, this game's fucking game.
Big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way
to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
I mean, is this Vikings guy getting booted?
They'll
because
bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
What's that?
But it would be kind of lame if he played the CPU because the dude's not responding and he gets a win.
Fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They will run with Grant. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Whoa.
And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Whoa.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for.
Dude, that was to the guy on the left.
But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Dude.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
What the fuck is wrong with Jackson?
Incomplete.
What? Fuck it, I'm going for it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset.
Like, this dude's, like, looking incredible.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because
you
would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
What's wrong with Tyree Jackson, then? Are you watching him? Do I have to aim my throws or what?
On Sunday Night Football. We'll see what
like if I don't aim them, they're usually more accurate.
The Bears and the Rams from L.A., and then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Let's go. Screens and slants all game.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Jackson, and an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Hate it when I hang on the ball too long and I forget about that stupid new fucking animation.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There's Jackson on third and long. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
Let's go.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Jackson on first down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. If you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jackson looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Come on, other guy catching
down there, but he cannot connect.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
Let's go, baby.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
the best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
You should be fucking turning it down a little.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football to catch him off balance.
And he did. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins.
Again, just some ridiculous bullshit.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins again. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14.
I sure don't play like that against users. Whatever.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I don't know what weird shit's going to happen next.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score, erase that deficit, but we're deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I was reading my messages similar to your situation.
They run it again with Cook.
Guy gonna, okay, let's just watch him run by me.
First down and much more.
Let's just move laterally and let's watch him run by me.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Come on,
now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw again on second down. Jackson.
Jesus Christ.
And a big turnover there.
How'd that game go, ask me?
Which game?
The one that I just quit out of.
Oh, I wasn't watching. Got a fucking guard chop off. About to get destroyed.
I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time.
Good. Let's go.
You will never find.
If I don't beat him, the computer this time, and I get a fourth loss, I don't really care. I'm just gonna quit the league.
What? That's dumb.
It's my last game if I lose.
You know you're gonna lose. Don't fucking play. It's the dumbest thing. Why would you quit? CPU's overpowered.
On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. Now what I do?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities. But right now, calm outside. And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
What a catch. Damn.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Grant. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. Runs through the contact. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At
like
worst,
Miller doesn't even make an
open up the
impact
defense
like,
a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Peter's tough, man.
And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down.
Thank God he
heavy
picked
traffic
that.
and it's intercepted.
Picked
up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Vikings now heading onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Blitz the computer?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense. What would you do? Make it 3rd and 20 on their own 8 or 4th and 11?
4th and 11, absolutely.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, I'm playing.
Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. Unless the
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Screens are unrealistic. Why do I need to wind up on a quick screen? You don't. Why am I not able to dunk
score
it at speed?
After 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Nice catch, Howard.
That's caught by
my boy
Howard.
Bug.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
We're finally moving.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Freeman. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defensive
pass interference after he
point yet flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force him to finish.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Got down to the 9-yard line. Didn't get in.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know,
where's the coverage on
this? Will be caught at the 30. Touchdown!
What in the world?
Adam Thielen.
I have cover 4 and he beats me on a deep post.
And the Vikings have
Nobody goes deep.
And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. It usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it as as we just saw there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
What's up with some of these players?
And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, that's it.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson out to the left there and complete to Howard. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Scored too fast.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Stop doing that, baby.
McManus's point after is good.
It's like kind of
loose now 10-7.
Like Gorilla Glue or some shit.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
What the fuck is going on?
You gonna lose?
My opponent's experiencing network issues, and all of a sudden, like, my guys literally are getting run through.
They'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What the fuck is going on?
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw, there's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side.
Why is he not? Some joke shit, man.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. First down from Minnesota. Cousins fanning Thielen. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Cousins again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Okay. Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings.
Ridiculous.
Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down, and the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
This guy is, from right up here in the booth. It keeps popping up my screen that he's having a network issue, which I can't control.
This will be fielding at the 6.
I don't know what to do.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
It shuts my screen off.
I'm saying he has no issue.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key play.
And this is taken broke, at the 5.
I'm done. I'm done with Madden. I quit, so whatever. I played twice. Quit both times.